Made a time check 10:01. That is a minute gone past the hour of 10 on a beautiful Wednesday. Thursday morning, right here in the city of Uyo, Nigeria. Welcome to the second edition of the program Melting Point on Memories 96.5 FM for the year 2025. And in case I never said Happy New Year to you, well, now you have it. A very Happy New Year to you. Welcome to 2025. We hope that everything you desire, everything you aspire to, you get to reach it and even surpass it. And so today, you know how we do it on Melting Point. Every Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, we get to talk about issues that are on the front burner in education, politics, government, security, and so on and so forth. And so today, we'll be talking aviation. Yes, we have two gentlemen in the studio this morning. We're about to talk about aviation in the this part of the world, that is Akwa Ibom State. And of course, I still have my manners intact. A very good morning and welcome to the show. My name is Nyakno Albert, and with me in the studio this morning is Comrade Ubong Samuel. He is the chairman of the Air Transport Services Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, the Akwa Ibom State Council. Very good morning to you, Comrade Samuel. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, Memories FM. Good morning, Akwa Ibom.
All right, you might want to come much closer to your microphone so you can be heard loud and clear. Good morning once again. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, Memories FM. Good morning, Akwa Ibom.
All right, and also with him this morning to talk about the aviation sector in the state of Akwa Ibom is Comrade Ukeme Isaac, who is the chairman of the Association of Nigeria Aviation Professionals, ANAP, Akwa Ibom State Council. Good morning, Comrade Isaac. Welcome to the program.
Good morning. Welcome.
All right. So today we'll be talking aviation in the next 26 minutes, specifically about the workers in the aviation sector in Akwa Ibom. The last we heard was that there was a protest sometime in last year. Let's start with you right away, Comrade Samuel. There was a protest last year, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so when did the protest hold? What was it about? And what's the latest since then?
Okay, the workers of Akwa Ibom State's International Airport had a protest early May, let's say 2024. The protest was all about the unfairly treatment of the management and the Akwa Ibom State government and regards the welfare of Akwa Ibom State International Airport workers. That's why we protested last year.
Okay.
Since then, there had been a tremendous turnaround.
Really? So the issues you protested about have been?
Yes.
Okay. Talk to us about that.
Yes, a whole lot of progress, a whole lot of things to share with Akwa Ibom. You can see today we are a little bit relaxed.
Okay.
Last time we came,
I can even feel it from your voice.
Yes, the last time we came, we were talking tough. We were hungry because stagnation is bad. You can't be working for many years and then your condition of service remain the same. It needs to be a change. Because while you are working in the first place, you believe that there should be the increment in your take home. And when those things is not forthcoming, what do? You have to voice out for the relevant authority to hear you. It has been a success, my brother, and I had this to say to Akwa Ibom, that for everything that has a beginning must surely have an end. And the Bible speaking in the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1, that there's a season and time for every matters under the heavens.
Okay.
So in union, there's a time to identify a problem, a challenge. There's a time to initiate the process to settle that problem. That is a collective process or collective bargaining.
Okay.
There's a time to engage the relevant authority. There's a time you talk tough. You can also talk soft. There's a time you can walk away in the negotiation table if it's not healthy. There's also a time.
So before now, you've employed all of this?
Yeah, it's all this process we have to undergo it because it's a process that you need as a union. There's a time you can also go back to the table and then negotiate the whole thing final. If it's not, you can also, there's a time for protests. There's a time for full-scale strike if need be. Yes. It's also a process that you need to.
So strike is usually
Voice
like
out
the
so that
last option?
Good. Strike is the last option. If all other processes are not working, you explore the final one, which is strike. But I thank God for Amiable Governor who didn't allow that to happen, because you know he's a labor-friendly governor. The last time we came here, we said that if our demands are not met, that we will shut down high this year. We also say, because the Bible says, what shall that decree shall be established. We also say that we know our governor who has been a friendly, labor-friendly governor, that it won't allow it to deteriorate up to that for us to, go and strike, which, just like we believe, and that has happened.
So tell us this success and what you say has happened. Tell us about it.
Yes, you can see I'm smiling because I believe the workers of the Port are also smiling.
Okay.
We're in our condition of service, like I said before, working for years, no review. We try to review it, but it always not ending well. We go back, but finally, our condition of service, I think November, was it December? November was ratified by the head of service of Akwa Ibom State in the instance of His Excellency, the Governor of Akwa Ibom State. You know, he's a peaceful, loving man. He doesn't need all these problems. So he has instructed the head of service to settle our case. And that has happened. We now have a juicy condition of service. The one the workers can be proud of. And the union chairman, we have actually had 3 union chairmen there, we now work like kings. Because when you give your people what they want, you say you'll be happy.
So tell us let's have some sneak peek into this juicy condition of service. You talk about a few things that might even interest other people to join you.
Good. A contentious issue in our condition of service was pension.
All right.
We were devastated when we hear that we are limited liability company. You go and sort for pension for yourself. Yes. Whereas everything Akwa Ibom State International Airport is 100% owned by Akwa Ibom State government, payroll by Akwa Ibom State government.
All right.
Everything is regulated by Akwa Ibom State government. But pension, we're having a different grammar. We came out, hit the street, make noise, believing the governor will hear us. Pension today is in the past. Yes, we are happy it was ratified, activated in our condition of service. So we are expecting implementation soon.
Okay.
And we also have furniture grants, well captured, and many other things that the workers will be very happy.
Okay.
That's it.
So that's about the workers' welfare and the development, the aftermath of the protest of last year.
That's it.
Okay, so Comrade Isaac, let me come to you now. You've been smiling. There's something you would like to share or add to that before we talk about the aviation village, the special features that make the Akwa Ibom State Aviation sector unique.
Okay. I would like to start with the scriptures.
Okay, since I'm talking to 2 men of God who can blow hot and blow cold at the same time.
Romans 8:31.
All right.
What else can we say about these things? If God is for us, who can be against us? Why do I have to start with that? We got to a point where we were like being hopeless in the system because of the pensions. You can't just imagine when you put in 35 years of service or 60 years age-wise, and then you got retired, no pension. So, but I was here in the studio, and then I said categorically that I know the person of the governor that we have. His Excellency Pastor Mopasin. He's a pension-friendly governor. So you have a man that inherited pension since 2000 and gratuity since 2012.
Okay.
And he made commitments during his campaign that is going to clear that backlog. So as was just a small thing for him to handle, because we're only looking for the activation of that chapter 12 in the previous condition of service. And when the matter got to him, like the chairman of ADSAN has already said, he directed the head of civil service to take care of our pensions. So that has been clearly captured in the 2024 condition of service. It's now in chapter 11.
Okay.
So what is only left now on the issue of pension is for us to be captured in the pension registry of the state.
Okay.
So we are sure the process is on. Very soon we'll be captured, and 3 of our comrades that have already retired in service, they'll start drawing pensions and gratuity. So at this point in time, I think it is only wise for us to thank the governor of Kwara State. We were in the studio protesting.
Okay.
Now that he has done it, gratitude and courtesy demands. We come back to the same studio and tell him thank you.
Okay.
That you have done so well for us. You have given us hope in the industry. Like the chairman of ADSAN has said, the morale in the system is high. Today you can see me well relaxed.
I can see.
So this is a frequency modulated band, of course. On the first interview, when ultra high frequency. So, but today we will.
It's fully regulated.
Yes. So we're happy. We're happy, and then we also want to extend our gratitude to the head of civil service.
All right.
He's our father. He is the one to see the full implementation of that reviewed and ratified condition of service. We also want to thank the secretary to the state government, Comrade Mr. Enogonwa, who in the course of the struggle were in his office, and then placed a demand before him. He gave us the assurances that our issues will be taken care of. And then to the national leadership of the 3 unions, we want to thank them. They were in Akwa Ibom State, and the invitation of the management of Igomeko Development Company Limited. That was how we had the harmonized version of that condition of service.
Okay.
November 2024. And then to Comrade Sonny James, the state chairman of the NLC, has been very supportive. The Comrade Abang, the state chairman of TUC, has been very supportive.
Okay.
And then we sincerely want to thank the board of directors, led by Dr. Inyebong. He's the chairman of our board. He's always there for us. And then we extend our appreciation to the management of IDC, led by a gentleman, Mr. Wemekande.
Okay.
Yes, the management of IDCL, in the course of the review of the condition of service, has been very supportive and responsive. They have, and then not forgetting the membership of all the units in IADCL. They have been very encouraging. Sometimes they'll criticize us, and that will spurs us up, and then they were also ready to contribute ideas, give us access to where we need to get to. And then let me use this opportunity and thank 2 comrades.
Okay.
That started the labor movement in IADC. First we have to be Edidion Brenda.
All right.
We call him Nkem. Is the pioneer chairman of ADSAN. And then Comrade Coco Bassa, Coxie, that's how we know him. He's the pioneer chairman of National Union of Air Transport Employees North. They laid the foundation for the labor movement in Nigeria. So we are building on the foundation they have laid. And as of today, these gentlemen that I've just mentioned, they are still supporting the labor movement 100%. They are willing to share their experiences. They are willing to advise us. In fact, when we went on protest, they were there.
Okay, so it sounds like everybody is pleased now. Everybody has been settled, assuaged, the whole demands have been met.
Yes.
Okay, so we're not expecting any protest or strike anytime soon. Okay, let's move on. Since we're done with the preambles about the protest and what brought you here the first time and what has brought you here now, let's talk some aviation in Akwa Ibom State. You know, this is one of the states in the country where, like you said, everything aviation is 100% run by the state government. Let's talk about the things that make Akwa Ibom State unique in the aviation sector. Currently, we have the International Terminal building, currently ongoing, and the MRO. Let's talk about the terminal building, the benefits of the building in the aviation sector, and how long it will take to finish.
Okay. Can I take that?
Yeah, sure.
You see, when you narrow it down to the terminal building, it's not very interesting to start it that
Okay,
way. So
make it interesting for us.
let's expand it. We have a very unique aviation sector as far as the Bible is concerned.
All right.
So if we are to start from here, we have the airport on one hand, and then we have the airline on the other hand.
Okay.
So for me, the aviation sector is the biggest investment and the most critical investment in the state. So let's start with the airports.
Okay.
The airport has so many distinctive features from any other airport that you can think of.
Tell us about it.
All right, let me start with the MRO.
Okay.
Yeah, so in Africa, I think we have like MRO in 6 countries. We have one in Egypt, one in Morocco that takes care of North Africa. We have one in Kenya, we have one in Ethiopia that takes care of East Africa. And then we have one in the Republic of South Africa that takes care of South African region. And then in the whole of West Africa, there are about 16 countries in West Africa. Of all the airports in the 16 countries of West Africa, you can only find a maintenance, repair, and overhaul facility in the Victoria International Airport. So that's what makes the airport unique in its own way. And then this is an airport that has a runway length of about 3.6 kilometers that can take care of, that can successfully land a Boeing 747, Airbus 380. And not only the runway, this is the airport that has a parallel taxiway of similar length. What does that really take care of? So in an event of heavy air traffic, we can conveniently land as many aircraft as we want without delays. So, and then this is an airport that has a category 9 aeronautical rescue and firefighting services. The categories of airport ranges from 1 to 10 when it has to do with the firefighting service. So we are only one short of the very best in the world. So we are at category 9 today with one of the best firefighting trucks that you can think of, the Cobra. We have two. Have you seen that Cobra in display before?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Maybe I have to come around and see it on display one of these days.
Yeah, when we take delivery of, when we certainly take delivery of new aircraft as soon as possible, you'll always see that Cobra on display. So, and then we talk of the international terminal building. That's a smart building of totality that guarantees passengers comfort and reliability. And then we also have a clinic that takes care of medical emergencies. And then recently the governor has added another
The
one.
aviation village.
The aviation village.
I was coming to that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
since you've gone there, let's talk about it.
So, and then you see, it's very interesting, and we are lucky to have a governor in the person of Pastor Mabassi. In the 2024 Condition of Service, Chapter 8 talks about staff quarters. So you have a situation whereby you ask the governor to give you staff quarters and he gave you an interviewer. So the process of the review is already on. Do you understand? So that in our subsequent reviews, that chapter A will not be talking about staff quarters. We'll be capturing the aviation village. So there are a whole lot in the industry to talk about, and then we have the airline on the other hand that has about 9 aircraft in the fleet of Ibom Air. And they have gone to several routes within the country and the sub-region.
All right. So as we move on from there, let's talk about completion. When do we project to see some of these facilities in full operational capacity? The international terminal building, the MRO facility, and probably getting the airport to full international status where we can have international flights land here directly.
Okay.
So let's take the first batch before we get to the international flights, of course.
Okay.
Completion.
Okay, the completion.
Yeah, full operational status.
Okay. So you see, when you have a governor that you can hold him on his words, it makes your job easier. Yesterday in the state broadcast, the New Year state broadcast, the governor was very specific and emphatic that the MRO will be completed this year.
Okay.
The international terminal building will be completed and put to use this year. Right. And on the groundbreaking ceremony of the aviation village, he gave the contractors a timeline of 12 months. So you have a situation whereby the aviation village consists of about 117,000 units. So if you are to do a little of mathematics, divide 117 by 12, the governor is delivering about 9.7 housing units every month. So if you give him like 24 months, you can think of the housing units that we'll have in that place. Not only the housing unit, there will be schools in that place, there are other recreational facilities that will make it a complete aviation village. So that takes care of your question about the timeline.
All right. Let's move on from there to the prospects, economic viability of all of this, the impact on the economy of the state, the impact of the aviation sector on the economy of Akwa Ibom. Before I come back to Comrade Samuel.
Okay, I'll only use one component of the airport to take care of that. The MRO, the maintenance repair and overhaul facility.
Okay.
Then I equally have to let you into the specifications of that MRO. We don't just have an MRO for the sake of having an MRO.
Okay.
What are the specifications? That MRO is designed to carry up maintenance, repairs, and overhaul of 2 Boeing 747 simultaneously, that is at the same time. So, and a Boeing 747 aircraft is an aircraft. I will only let you into the size of the aircraft that I'm talking about by the passenger carrying capacity of that aircraft. Minimum, that aircraft takes about 412 passengers.
Minimum.
Yes. And on a special seat configuration arrangement, that aircraft can take up to 600 passengers. So that is the size and the specification which the MRO in the Victor International Airport is built to. And we don't just have an MRO, we have trained personnel from Akwa Ibom State that can conveniently manage and run that MRO. They were trained as airframe and power plant engineers and avionics engineers in 2007. Some were trained in 2009.
Okay.
So we have the requisite manpower. And then getting to the economic viability. And the MRO that we have in Ethiopia in 2019 declared a profit of $80 million. That was 6 years ago.
Okay.
So even if we are to have that profit margin today in Akwa Ibom State, you will understand what that translates to in Naira and Kobo.
All right. We are running out of time because if I leave you, we might just talk aviation for the next 2 hours.
Seriously.
Comrade Samuel, challenges of workers in the aviation sector in a minute or two. Any challenges that needs to be looked into?
Yeah, we do. First, we want to appreciate the governor, just like my colleague has said, for putting aviation industry the topmost priority of his administration. It's taken time to put facilities, airline, and what have you. But when there's no training for the workers who are the end users, all those facilities is tantamount to you not doing anything. But we know our governor is a current man, very seasoned. He understood everything that has to do with aviation, knowing too well aviation is a global business, and before you operate it, you must meet aviation standard. So in terms of training, we are completely backward.
Okay.
So we want to request His Excellency the Governor to also put training as a critical open item in his administration.
All right.
So
Still staying with you now. Let's get to have some. That's like your recommendation anyway. So if you have some other recommendation to add to that before I let Comrade Isaac round off for us this morning.
yes, for the workers of high this year, our experiences are enormous. A very negative one. Near misses. Vehicles to convert us from town to where we are working. Sometimes you notice a car tire, busted tire, vehicle breaking down. You know, even though an old woman remain an old woman, no matter how you make up the bones. Has a weak bone already. So our vehicles are all old, just like as old as when the airport itself was established. So what we need is vehicle to convert us. Operational vehicles actually needed.
All right, Comrade Isaac, your recommendations and final words.
Okay, you see, as labor leaders, we will always stick to staff welfare. That is our primary concern. And we have a situation in IADC whereby the basic salary is less than what we have in the civil service and our contemporaries in the industry. So what we'll prioritize this year, we want that basic salary to be at par, at least with the civil service first. Okay. Then we can think of our contemporaries in the industry. And then we prioritize training. Those are the two things for me this year. We'll have to prioritize that. And then the issue of vehicles. The last time we had new vehicles into our fleet was in 2009. Oh. That's 16 years back. So we prioritize these things.
All right. So at this point, I just have to thank you, gentlemen, for coming to the studio to talk about aviation this morning. This has been an actually rewarding session. Thank you very much, Comrade Ukeme Isaac, the chairman of the Association of Nigeria Aviation Professionals, Akwa Ibom State Council. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
And also thank you to Comrade Obong Samuel, the chairman, Air Transport Services Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, ATSAN, Akwa Ibom State Council. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
All right, that is the end of Melting Point for today, Thursday, the 2nd of January, 2025. My name is Nyakno Albert. Stay tuned to Memories 96.5 FM.